Hey y'all, it's Melissa Clark at the Sage Pumpkin Homestead. I just thought I'd take a minute and do a really quick update. This is like my third attempt to try to keep it a little shorter. So I was watching the videos on the Way God Intended YouTube channel that I have. That's going to be changing to the Sage Pumpkin Homestead. So I am Melissa at the Sage Pumpkin Homestead. We did a couple videos. I reviewed them. I have a few things that I wanted to say in reference to one of the videos we did. What came before, which is basically a history of what we did in Florida before we moved to wanting to do bigger things on our properties. Then our goals and our dreams. Whoa. Okay. Everybody needs to simmer down over there. Jeez. Chickens and a goose. And then I wanted to just do a real quick update of where we're at right now. We have a property that we found after the 2020 video was put on. It's a little less than 7 acres or 8 acres. Can you tell it's been a little while? It has a lovely house, basically turnkey. There really wasn't much to do. And it has a lovely pasture area that was already fenced. And that's really the biggest reason we bought the house and the property. That is now the north pasture, because since then we have put more fencing up and created an east pasture, which is behind the workshop, and then sort of a U-shape, a southern pasture. I've got all of this in other videos. I'm just trying to give a really quick update of where we're at now. We have a garden that's producing. I'm trying succession planting this year. I'm trying to make sure we have more tomato plants. I'm not going to get into those because I've got some garden tours I'm doing to talk about all those types of things. The biggest part I wanted to mention is that we have about 9 different kinds of animals on property. And I'm going to try to go through the list really fast to sort of give an update on all of that. And the biggest difference between the goals and dreams video and where we're at right now. So we started with chickens. They were trash chickens. We didn't kind of care whether they survived or not. We just wanted the tick population down. From that flock, we actually kept a rooster, just one. He's a fantastic rooster. I've mentioned him in other videos. Sage. We have about 19 or 20 layers right now. That includes white leghorns, black Australorps, cinnamon queens, an olive egger, and a couple of those are dual purpose. Now they're making noise again. Those are our cows. So that's the flock we started with in February of 2021. We did meat birds as well in 2021. We're doing those again this year. Those are Cornish crosses. We raise them up and butcher them. They take about 8 weeks to go from chick to full-size butchering. The other thing we did is in February of 2021, we got sheep on our property and pigs. The ewes are Catadin hair sheep, and our ram is a Dorper. And we got 2 mule foots for the pigs, a boar and a sow. Everything came pregnant when we bought them, and have been already starting to do that. I'm hearing noises. Hold on a minute. So yeah, my daughter set the cows off. It's all good. So we got the flock of birds, the meat birds, the sheep and the pigs. Let's see. We got some heritage breed turkeys this year, at the very beginning of May. That includes Bourbon Red, but he kind of got killed. It also includes a blue slate, which is a pet for one of our daughters, and 4 chocolates. They're foraging currently. They're doing fabulous. At the same time we got the heritage breed turkeys, we also got a white Chinese goose. gosling at the time. She's getting really big now, full of white feathers. Basically, for a guard animal, because eventually we want to do more, and I'll get to that in a minute, but that's all of like the poultry that we have going on. So it's the layers and the meat birds and the turkeys and the goose. And then I had mentioned the sheep and the pigs already. So we have, oh, we also have our barn cat. We had a cat show up on our property. She had kittens because we didn't get her fixed. We got her fixed after her kittens were a certain age, and then she left because I think she was feeling displaced from one of the kittens that was taking a little longer to be finding a home for. So she disappeared about a week before the last kitten was given away. So then I went and I got another kitten, and he is adorable. His name is Spooky because we got him right before Halloween of last year, 2021. So he's our barn cat. So I said, yeah, I think that's almost everything. And then we got rabbits. So we got, and that was just about a week ago tomorrow, we got 2 silver fox rabbits because it took us a while to find them. We knew we wanted them this year, but we started looking all the way back like in springtime and nobody had any. So we found somebody finally this month. And so we got a duck and my words mixed up. We got a buck and a doe, silver fox. They get rather large. They're really good breed for meat. And we also found, this past Sunday, we got a New Zealand white. And she'll get pretty big too. She's our other doe. So we've got 2 does and a buck. I'm probably do a video on rabbits at some point, talking about some of the things I've learned. But in the meantime, basically, the last animal to mention would be the one that I said almost at the beginning of our previous video about our goals and dreams was cow, which you have been listening to for the last few minutes, making noises. So I have some videos I'm going to be posting about, like updates, sort of bringing you up to date about all the details that lead up to some of this. But I will say we have cows, and that makes 9 animals, 9 different animals. And the reason that we got the cow was my husband kind of decided that one for me. So we have Dexter cattle, which are really good for homesteading. They're not full size, but they're also not like mini half sizes. They're the 3/4. They're fantastic for dual purpose. So they're good for meat and they're good for dairy. And the bigger reason is I wanted them for dairy. It's just going to be a fantastic side benefit if they happen to have boys. If they bear little baby bulls, we'll be able to turn them into steers and have them on property to raise for meat in a couple years. So that's just been a super helpful thing. Just run back through my list here, make sure I got everything. So the layers, the meat chickens, the turkeys and the goose, the barn cat, the pigs and the sheep, the rabbits, and the cows. That's 9, yeah. And our 20 by 20 garden. The goal is to be self-sustainable. That was always the goal. We're still doing the other things that we were talking about in the previous videos. Still trying to make bread on a regular basis and making yogurt almost weekly. Some weeks are better than others. But the goal is to try to not have to be buying it from the store. So we get milk instead from the store and create our own yogurt. Getting a dairy cow is going to alleviate some of that because I can use that dairy to have it as milk for the kids to use in whatever form they're going to do for baking or cereal or drinking or what have you. And then be able to have the whipping cream to use in our creamers and to make whipped cream. And as well as making fresh butter, and we might even get into making cheese. We'll see how that goes. But having a dairy cow will give us the product to try these things, so we're not having to buy those from the store. So the produce, the meat, and the dairy, and of course the eggs, because we're getting some fantastic eggs too. And we're alleviating some of the cost of the eggs, mainly by the fact that if we can help it, we're not purchasing feed for them during the winter. Only during the winter. We're not doing it during the summer. We're having them forage, so that helps bring the costs down some. If they were confined, we would definitely be putting money into giving them feed. So self-sustainable is the goal. We're trying to be able to produce our own food, whether that's meat or fruits and vegetables or dairy or eggs or what have you. That's the bigger goal. The only thing that we're actually putting feed into right now are the pigs. They have to be fed food, and the meat chickens are having to be fed food. Like actually go to the store, buy the feed, bring it back, take it out there and feed them. So those are the highest cost ones. For the most part, we're on a well, so we're not necessarily paying for water. We put in a brand new septic system, so we're doing fairly well with that part of it. So watering the garden and watering the animals has been, it hasn't really cost us anything except for making sure we put the new septic system in and probably eventually maintenance for the well itself. So that's the update. Wow, I kept it really low. I tried really not to go into details because I'm really bad at that. So I will definitely be posting other videos. I'm going to try to do a playlist for the animals. I'm going to try to do a playlist for the homestead updates to give you an idea of the journey to get us to this point. Yeah, baby. Because we're in June of 2022 now. So the last video I put onto the YouTube channel was right before we got this property. And we've done a lot. So also a playlist on what it meant for us to find the right property. I think you can see. Yeah, there she is, right there. Ah, they're coming across. Yeah. So those are our Dexter babies. They come about, yeah. They come about to my waist right now. I know. I see you. You're so pretty. I don't know if she's here talking. Hey, babies. How you doing? Moo cows. I'll try to do some editing and post another video or two that I've been attempting to do this particular video a few times, but all kinds of fun things were happening at the same time and kind of ended up making the videos more like 30 minutes rather than what I'm doing right now. So this has been a super short, super simple, very brief, trying to get you to where we're at right now in the Homestead series. So you know where we're at, and I'll do a series on the updates that brought us to these different places, along with meeting the animals, garden tours, things like that. I'm trying to do one about tinctures and things like that we're doing as well. And on that note, thank you for joining me, Melissa, at the Sage Pumpkin Homestead. And until next time, be blessed. Bye.